Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's Demacia Cup matchup.
TT probably just going to be happy in the knowledge that they got themselves those early triple grubs and that they can move into the remainder of this early game with all of these funky lane swaps.
5 players. But right now, things are looking very, very solid for a team that was not expected to win their group, not expected to be here in the quarterfinals.
Go and catch some farm in, but they want to keep getting gold onto this Ashe. Make sure that 1xN is constantly getting gold.
You know, you could argue he was borderline top half. You know, some people could rate him even higher depending on what your expectations of him were or what you thought of him. Playing very well so far in this game, getting him a lead for himself. Who's not in a good spot right now is Hoya, who's able to clear out the whole wave, but we could finally see our first kill. It is going to go to LNG. The teleport from Zika confirms the kill as Hoya goes down first of the quarterfinal.
Well, so maybe able to break open or at least get some good chunk damage down on that top side. It's not going to be without a response. The TP down into that bot lane costing them a little bit is now Keeper's verdict.
Ishwan in trouble. Oh, the hook doesn't land there from Zhuo though. Meanwhile, on the top side, in the bottom side, that turret will be taken down. Mid lane tier 1, still a little bit away from dying. They send Satab around to the Raptor pit to make sure that Thundertalk are reinforced. This next wave, they're going to try to break open this mid lane. A lot of priority could be available for Thundertalk, and they will be able to get it. Question is, will they be able to escape? Zhuo has flash. Easy target could be Feather, but he gets locked up instead. There comes the Shockwave, and Zhuo has to flash away defensively, and the arrow barely connects, or barely. Replacing Scout on this team from last split. Has a full kill on the Azir, up about 1,000 gold. Now going to get targeted here by Hoya, but is joined by Weiwei, and immediately Hoya flashes away. That was a very respectful flash, but it's worth it because Thundertalk take the bot tier 1.
Versus 5. It's going to be around this third dragon with everybody posturing to look for it.
LNG with Prio to start things off, but Zhuo already getting hit up by the arrow. A nice two-man Keeper's verdict knocks up Weiwei and takes the LNG jungler down 3-0 in favor of Thundertalk as they get the fight. Zika going to try to make a response onto Satab as the equalizer comes down over the top of TT, but will not be able to find a kill. Zika has to flash away, flashing in the wrong direction. Feather with a really nice handshake, and Hoya able to tank up as much.
It's gonna go down!
Zika will get 1 kill in response, and 1xN will trade it back. Now here comes Haichao, able to take down 1xN and make it at least a reasonable trade in terms of kills for LNG. Still has a lot of health, not a ton of mana right now, and is still on the opposite side of the map with a big old Galio chasing him down. 3v1 in the bot side right now in favor of TT. Question is, can Haichao get away from this one?
He's just playing Vision.
Yes. And now here comes Zhuo, Satab, all of a sudden under pressure. Gets the command, protect. There comes the attack.
That is going to be quite scary as Haichao will pick up this tier 1 turret. It's been escorted by Weiwei and Zhuo. This is again more gold funneled into the Azir. The Galio could find him itself in a little bit of trouble. Haichao now the focus. TT.
Another arrow coming out, finding the stun onto Haichao as well as the handshake. Looks like the Shurima shuffle so far, but a nice stun into the wall here by Beishwan. The Sun Disc comes up, but I don't think that's enough to save him in a 1v4. That's a big shutdown onto the head of Satab.
And but 30 seconds on the death timer. Now LNG, they've got the pick, they've got the Blitzcrank, and the equalizer in the pick can be tricky.
They send the teleport from Hoya directly into the pit, so no opportunity for a flank. Hook immediately, though, lands on a Feather, who is able to flash away. The bailout should be able to keep him alive for a little bit, but eventually he will tick down. That is 1 kill, and now a 4v4 has opened up with Haichao spawning with TP in 10 seconds. Now Thundertalk on the wrong side.
They don't have a turret here.
Away from the rocket grab. Zika does not have the equalizer, but has a good amount of heat. Is in on a flank. Teleport comes in. Thundertalk might have bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Haichao! He gets 1 shot before he goes any bit of damage, but the damage has been done on the other side for LNG. They get 2. Hoya stuck in a 1v4, and he will fall as well. LNG punch back, and the Baron attempt from TT goes awry.
Completely around this pit. Back doesn't have the hostile takeover, but a 2v3 against a Baron as well.
Yeah. It's so hard to fight Zika, though, right now. That Flame Spitter is doing so much. Woe coming in as well. The Electro Harpoon, the Sun Feather, and it will be a kill, but the Baron not going to be taken. Photic was just way too low, and that Dragon already spawning.
Easy to try and take down. Hostile takeover is completely dodged, and then they're just corralled into the top side. The Satab's already dead.
Yeah, nice pick. It must have been Haichao and Zhuo collaborating on that one. Keeper's verdict preventing it from getting worse.
They both use their ultis, and they counteract one. The flank mark for Zika. Haichao flashes.
Arrow goes wide, but there's not a ton of damage now on ThunderTalk, especially with Satab dead. They initially go onto Weiwei, who has to flash away, and now it's going to be Zika in some trouble here. Gets onto the wrong side of things, and it will be 1xN picking up that kill. No top laner now, down for LNG, that
Lower
dragon.
stakes, LNG more than happy to sacrifice this for what was, again, a little bit of a misstep around that Baron. This time it's Zika who gets just a little bit too close for comfort. And the issue when you're playing, already really penned into one specific area, so finding a Blitzcrank hook, not the hardest thing in the world, and we're just seeing this back and forth.
Goes on to Zhuo. He can't get away from this one as a lot of damage comes through. Shockwave as well as Hoya getting on top.
One of the tools gone, right? The Blitzcrank isn't there anymore, but there's still Azir poking at you, Varus poking at you, Rumble ulti over the top.
Gets singled out by Weiwei, has to flash away. Now Photic in some trouble as well. Haichao doing so much damage though in this Baron pit. Already Satab taken very low. The Baron will be secured here by the Poppy. Will the damage from LNG though be enough? Haichao has to flash away. The shifting sand seals barely keeping him alive. Meanwhile on the other side of the fight, Zika has arrived, has the Conqueror proc, picks up 2 kills. It'll be a fight won for LNG in response to that Baron being taken, and it comes off for their veteran Zika, who gets himself a triple kill in the pit.
They get the Baron, but it costs them everything. Satab slammed into the wall as well.
And here comes Viego, baby. That's an ace here for LNG as they take control of the map and of this game number 1.
Baron goes in favor of ThunderTalk, but they cannot fight their way out of the pit. Haichao sacrifices all but one of his hit points to make sure that TT fall in the pit. Now they can set their eyes on some turrets. The tier 2s fall like butter at this point, just getting churned through super quickly, super easily. But this probably means, Grapes, that this game is going to continue to be a little bit longer. We've got no Baron, no pushing objective for either of these teams, no Soul coming through for another 5 minutes. It's a one fight for LNG, and it's great that they're able to turn all of the Barons away from ThunderTalk, but it doesn't give you...
are in a good position now. Also picking up their 3rd dragon. That means the next one would be Soul. As now Beishuan getting caught out here by Weiwei, but Hoya wants to make this a fight. Redemption keeps Beishuan alive, and the taunt will land onto Weiwei. The Viego in some trouble right now. He gets charged into the wall to make sure he can't take the blast cone. Here comes the hero's entrance. It knocks up 2, and that's a shutdown onto Weiwei, but Zika gets one in response. But now the Rumble is singled out and will be taken down here, as now it's 1xN with a ton of items taking control of this fight. Just going crazy with the bailout, keeping himself safe, gets the volley, and will finish the kill onto Photic before he eventually goes down.
So 4 for 2 there in the jungle.
ThunderTalk were still able to win that fight. And on the other side, Haichao just wasn't able to get involved as much, as we have another fight erupting. Zhuo already just getting singled out by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. That is 1xN getting kill number 5. But it looks like they want the fight, while Haichao will take the Mountain Dragon on his own. It will surely be Soul for LNG. Can they win anything? No. It's going to be Haichao teleporting before the fight, and the arrow does not connect. So the Baron will be secured by ThunderTalk. Chain of Corruption goes onto 1xN, but he's able to cleanse out of it. Equalizer goes onto the main carries, and now fight.
3-man taunt!
3-man taunt from Hoya. Zhuo's already down, but look at Haichao with the Shurima Shuffle. Is not able to take anybody down just yet, but Photic will do so himself. Hoya and Beishuan, though, still so tanky on this front line, and that Poppy does a good amount of damage. Zika overheating, trying to find the feather. Will not be able to do so. Flashes onto him right now with that reinvigorated heat, and will finally take down the support, as now we got some tank combat here. A 1v1 between the top laners. Hoya will be able to take him down with the Hollow Radiance, and it will be ThunderTalk barely winning the fight for
Photic, who has as good a team fight on this poke Varus as you can hope to find. Constantly nailed. If I'm looking at ThunderTalk's side, Haichao doesn't actually need any more farm. He's full build as well, so we should be looking to get some gold onto Hoya elsewhere.
Oh, already Beishuan just tanking 1v5. Will he go down? Yes, he bit off a little
bit.
A 4-man Shockwave coming through from Satab. Saves the fight for Thunder.
Whether they can defend this top tier 2 remains to be seen. I think that LNG just with brute force.
Bring it up first, but LNG have a good angle into the pit. Zhuo looking for a hook, potentially to get Beishuan out, but look at the Creeper's verdict. It sends 2 away, and now TT can instantly burst down this Baron. Will it get stolen away? Absolutely not, as Beishuan smites it down. But now can they get away? It's still a 5v5, but the health bar is in very good locations. They're going to channel the resets, get back to base. But now we have the 7th dragon spawning in 20 seconds.
And they can get out, right? They task, and this Drake will fall much faster than than the Baron did. So TT, they need to get in now.
He had to lead the charge. He gets hooked up, taken very low, but not dead just yet. The hero's entrance keeps him up as LNG start up this 7th dragon. Haichao and Fodic, they burst this down quickly. Do they want to burst it down fast? Now Beishuan is in the area.
Flipping?
He tried to steal it away. It's going to be secured here by LNG as Weiwei picks it up. But now Zika is some trouble. He gets stunned up and Satap takes him down. Already a 1-0 in favor of ThunderTalk, but the soul goes to LNG.
They have mid prio as well. Hoya just needs to interrupt some bases and they can look to really do some damage to the base. 3 people all going to get back. They're going to lose their inhibitor for this. And remember, this is a 45-second death timer. They could inflict some real damage on the base of LNG. They've already taken 1 inhibitor. They have a wave prepped in the top lane, which they can look to, at the very least, take this tier 2 from. And with the amount of damage that they've got in their back pocket...
Cannon Minion is available on this as well. They should be able to take down the tier 3. The question is, will Zika spawn before the inhibitor is under threat? Beishuan threatening, looking for an heroic charge. The inhibitor will go down, but now Zika spawning in 2 seconds. There is a ward very, very deep in the river if they want to go for an extended play, but it looks like instead it'll be ThunderTalk escaping here with a 2,500 gold lead with Baron buff for another wave.
And in the end of it all, it's Hoya who comes up and makes the play that breaks the extended.
He's going to be the target here. Can 1xtend burn the spell shield? Not just yet. The smite, though, from Beishuan will, and the enchanted crystal arrow over the top will take the carry for LNG down. Another 4v5 opened on the map.
Down on that bot side, but as soon as Photic shows his face, those minions get eviscerated by the piercing arrow.
With the mist, able to escape, and now ThunderTalk have to probably just go on the defensive. Zhuo has the flash as well as the rocket grab. Hoya waiting in pursuit for a flank, and actually it's going to be Beishuan to go into Haichao to start things off. There's the ultimate here from Feather, not going to find anybody, but Zika has been targeted once more and will go down again. Another pick here for TT as they have been playing this.
Is only able to catch these 3 supers, but he's actually under fire.
He's like got the red buff right now. He's got to get back to base or this game could end. A teleport coming in. It's going to be Satap joining the fray. 5 members strong for TT as only Haichao and Zhuo are here to defend the Nexus turrets. The first one goes down. The second one at half HP. Locket comes out to try to buy some time. We have to do something quicker. This game is just going to end. Hero's entrance comes down. They're focusing the Nexus and ThunderTalk win the 50-minute banger and get
a difficult team fight to get through, right? Yeah. You've got Victor Field going down with the Gravity Well, Flame Chompers to try and fight through. Crescent Guard from Xin Zhao is going to cause some disruption as well. Plus, you're fighting through.
So Fodic and Zhuo able to use their pressure to not even have to go up to the top side to secure those grubs. They're able to use all their power, all their lane presence to...
There's a small advantage as Beishuan is looking for Weiwei.
Oh, this time he wins a smite fight.
He misses.
Stormbringer does not go over the wall. Unfortunate for Weiwei, but he will go down. Kill going to the victor. On our English community side of things have also just been incredible.
Yeah, and it looks like there was some semblance of a fight. We've come back into live, and Haichao is 2-0 now on this Akali. They take
ThunderTalk are able to pick this up. That will be a 2-0 Dragon score lead. It means they could potentially snowball their way towards a soul. But they now are finding themselves down about 4,000 gold.
Tier 1 turrets in top and in bot. Final job is to try and find that mid lane tier 1 turret as well. I think we're going to get a replay of what happened down on this bot side. This was after Zika went for the 1v1 with
Satap. Like we have actually 2 kind of situations up here where LNG looked to go for a play on the top side, and then Haichao just teleports down here and makes quick work of both Beishuan and Satap.
Yes, I agree. That is what happened. The TP from Haichao, hey, very solid. And Hoya came up here as well. I think this is where Weiwei probably takes out Feather under the turret. Yes.
All right. Well, there you go. That's your situation.
ThunderTalk trying to defend their tier 2 turrets, which is proving much more difficult than they might have first anticipated. As LNG, good rotations again through this bot side. They've set up all their vision.
You know, even though since we came back from that break, the kills, nobody has gone down in terms of kills. The 3,000 gold lead became 4,000, 4,000 became 4.5. Now we're getting close to 5 at this point in time, as the Dragon will also get picked up by Weiwei and LNG.
Red buffers. Feather could have potentially sniped it away. LNG, though, focus on this topside turret. They're starting to set up that vision.
Whoa. He just face-checked 4 members of ThunderTalk, but he's able to escape with the quickness, and here comes the teleport. Zika looking to enter the fray, try to go all out here onto the entire backline. Beishwan already going down. That's 2 for 0 with Feather falling. And LNG in the enemy jungle.
Daytime, I believe, earlier. So this is all repeat of what we've seen.
So the teleport comes in, and then we're going to see Zhuo go in onto Beishwan. He's not going to land anything, and then gets in a little bit of trouble here. So here we go. We're going to try this one more time here. The charm comes out, and again, Feather with a big ultimate to at least take down Zhuo. But Haichao now in here, lands that shuriken flip, will pick up one. Hoya goes down as well. It's a double kill for the Akali, and LNG go 2 for 1, but both supports do fall.
There as well, deep TP comes in. ThunderTalk, they're going to have to give this.
Yeah, and Beishwan, 4 levels down on Haichao specifically, that Kali versus Jin Zhao. Not going to be able to find too much. We're going to skip ahead, I think, a little bit here, just to another fight went their way, probably around that Baron. And right now, with the gold at about 9,000 in their favor, they're looking very...
This is the hallmark of what is clearly a very solid team, that they're able to find all of these advantages.
We'll take a quick look at this replay here. Looks like Zika had a little bit of a grand escape, and Haichao going very far forward, and I think now we're going to see a little bit of just that wallet diff here.
Yeah, and then from here, okay, a good Q3 from Zika catches out 1xN, and he's forced to flash away, means that he's now can't DPS as much, has to reposition, is losing time on that, and then nobody actually goes down. And as we would have anticipated, it looks as though well, but that's kind of what you anticipate from a better team, is that they are able to get those advantages earlier on, that they're able to find the lead in those early game phases and then snowball them quite naturally to their end. It again reinforces the fact that the game one was atypical. We weren't expecting to see that, and maybe the cause of that was those lane swaps. Gragas ulti for an engage to try and facilitate some sort of a fight in the first place, and then the Lamb's Respite is used afterwards. But if Hoya can hold on to that, if Hoya calls it, he doesn't want to burn the teleport because he knows he's just going to get dove, but
here he goes.
Now he's done it. 4 versus 2.
Yep, and immediately getting hit by the Twisted Advance. Feather did not show, but it does not matter because First Blood will be picked up here by Weiwei and LNG, and they're going to go for the redive as well. Zhuo taking tower damage, but he will survive with less than 100
Safety.
HP.
But can ThunderTalk find any sort of fight on this top side? I think they absolutely have to look. The only way out is going to be through.
Yeah, gonna find Feather, or find Zhuo, I should say, with the Hex Slash forward. Zenith Blade does not connect, and State Tab will make it a numbers advantage for now. Hoya with a nice body slam will find the first kill under Zhuo, but the Unraveled Earth doing so much. 1xN joining the fight. Still numbers advantage for ThunderTalk as they're fully investing into this scrub fight, and it will work out for them as they pick up 2, even up that kill count, and they're gonna try to look for more. Weiwei will fall into the trade of junglers as Beishwan will go down in response.
It is just a wonderful charm to pick up Weiwei, who again makes the most of that situation, finding the trade kill, but overall with ThunderTalk finding themselves now with a bit of an advantage, they're looking for another fight.
Yeah, the trouble is both junglers died, which means Beishwan wasn't able to get the grubs. They finally pick up 1 as they once again send all 5. The bullet time barely not able to get Zhuo, but the Hoya with the explosive cask will be able to secure the kill onto the support of LNG. Zika also falling. ThunderTalk finishing these fights and somehow winning them. Another one, 3 for 1 in their favor. Photic and Haichao, though, still alive, trying to target down Feather, who is still only level 3. And now Hoya able to finally go back to base. Still, only one of those grubs taken there, Rude.
Yeah, and again, Beishwan's the one that falls for TT, so he's not able to pick up the rest of those grubs. 1xN here, playing with a little bit of fire. Photic as well. Okay.
Wow. A lot of damage coming out of that. Misfortune. Yeah, looks like this Maokai is pretty tanky. Will he be tanky enough, though? I don't think so. 1xN getting stronger and stronger as this game goes on.
Gives LNG a little bit more free time down on the bot side and gives TT a little bit less time on that top side. They are TT that is going to be able to take first brick. It's split 3 ways, but it's still effectively a kill going to 1xN, Feather, and Hoya all together. Whereas down on that bot side, it's Photic who's going to get a large chunk of gold all for himself.
Yep, so kind of it's an interesting trade because you get more gold overall for TT, but you get maybe the resources into the players that you want more for LNG. Photic gets a full tower.
Stacking up that tier. has the Triforce finished already, is more than comfortable with where the game is if TT don't continue to push.
We have our grubs spawned, and right now it's going to be 1xN trying to get some more priority here in the mid lane, using the Make It Rain to force Photic back just a little bit. Beishwan on that top side again, but here comes that Solar Flare. It's going to get cleansed away from, but a nice cast comes through from Hoya. It locks down Zhuo, forces the Lamb's Respite out from Weiwei. That's a big cooldown, and that's a ton of him on carries in 2023 or 2024, but now trying to take firm control of that as he's going to pick up his second dragon of this game. Pink wards straight in the mid lane. I don't know how that necessarily happened. Maybe we'll be able to answer that in a little bit, as Zico did go in, but yeah, little bit of mismanagement of resources there as the Rift Gel gets spawned down in the mid lane. Tier 1 turret, a little bit healthy still, as it should be able to survive, as those pink wards definitely doing a little bit of gaining vision there for TT as the Nature's Grass comes out alongside the Solar Flare, forces the cleanse. Already at 1xN, but a big bullet time from the Misfortune will make sure that it's already 3 kills in favor of TT. Hoya finds the body slam, forces Haichao to flash away, and they're still looking for more, but a nice seismic shove allows for Haichao to get one back. Zaytab lands the charm, and the flash forward from 1xN will take down the Talia. Hoya just pins under the tier 2, but it's fine. Thundertalk win the fight.
Too many. Photic did weave one in there so that he would have been taken down. If he eased forward, tanks 2 turret shots, he probably would have gotten away, but the extra Mystic shot is enough to chilling around here. But TT, they put just enough pressure up to that top side, just early enough to ward away LNG, and they actually get the best of both worlds for Thundertalk, where they get this dragon and they don't lose their tier 1 turret.
They're trying. I think right now the goal should be mid prio with 1xN on this Misfortune, take down this tier 2. That's what they're seemingly focusing on right now.
Yeah, and they are going to be able to get themselves that tier 2 turret, and the thing that they have to always try and encounter for.
Almost one of the biggest that exists in the space of LPL is Scout, of course, in the mid lane. It's been around for so long, and now Haichao going to try to fill the void that was left by him on LNG, the team that made it to the World's quarterfinals just a couple of months ago with Zika and Weiwei. Baron was started up for a second here by TT. A lot of posturing, a lot of almost NA ramming, as I want to say potentially.
Oh, there we go.
The jungle, as we finally find a hook and finally find a fight. Lamb's Respite keeps Joe alive for now as a big ultimate comes in onto the backline. First kill goes towards Thundertalk, and Zaytab still very strong, looking for another potential flank. Finds the Spirit Rush, but not the Charm, as Zika now goes in and tries to chase him down. Charm lands only onto the Maokai, as TT will retreat, having taken down 1.
Okay, and that's a good timer for this. They're going to be able to try and find the dragon off the back of it, but if they got a little bit more, they would have been able to find that Baron. They focused a lot onto Haichao, who is able to flash out to safety and stay alive. You got to see the power of that Lamb's Respite as well. But so much time, and yes, Zhuo goes down, but if that hadn't have been the case and the Kindred ulti hadn't been used to keep the Leona alive for so long, that could have been a much worse type of situation, as Zaytab just barely able to dodge out on that seismic shove. Weiwei up on this top side, they should be able to take the tier 1 turret as a trade. But again, overall, just so close really in these fights, Grapes.
Yeah, but close.
The only real change that TT made actually into this offseason, being called up from LCK Challengers, direct trade, direct swap with the RXs, making sure that this step from tier 1, or from tier 2 rather, to tier 1 it's a big one. And now you're up against, again, Haichao, who's a little bit of a lesser name from the LPL, but certainly having played at that tier 1 is going to be a lot more experienced, a lot more touted in this type of situation than you are. And Zaytab so far, 2-0-7 on the Ahri, doing a very good job.
Yeah, both mid laners definitely trying to make a name for themselves here. We'll see if any of them can do so as the Baron has been started up. 1xN very strong, allowing for this Baron to burn, but Hoya might be caught out just a little bit as the Unraveled Earth does a ton of damage. Bullet time comes out, they're going to try to just burst down the Baron Asher, and they do, with Beishwan locking down the smite. Zaytab looking around for a potential pick. Has a Spirit Rush to try to escape if he ends up getting caught out, but will not, as that is a...
If Zika or Haichao wanted to, they could teleport to. I don't think LNG are in a desperate enough position to need to go for that just yet, but it's worth mentioning that it's still there. And if there's another siege that comes through a little bit later on down on the spot side, there is an angle for this Maokai to get into this fight.
Oh, Charm lands on a Photic, but a nice arcane shift away to make sure that no follow-up can be had. Instead, the tier 2 taking a beating right now as Photic once again has to shift out to make sure he does not die. If he goes down, this game could very much be over very, very quickly, as all of a sudden Zika might have found a pick here onto Beishwan. They're going to try to 100-0 him, and they do. Photic getting the kill, and that's going to stall out this Baron.
They've not done enough to get themselves back into the game yet.
Yeah, another interesting thing, as you know, it looks like Beishwan and at 1xN are going to pick up this dragon relatively uncontested. As now we see Satab and Feather. LNG were the ones forcing the initiative. We're here in game 3 with TT. A lot of playing around this vision right now, but it looks like Haichao could have gotten targeted here, but a really nice stopwatch to buy himself some time. The bullet time comes through. They find the ultimate here onto the Kindred. Weiwei has to burn the ultimate soon and will be able to keep himself alive for just a little bit, but Zika now trapped underneath it as well. Weiwei able to flash away. On the other side of the fight, though, it is all Satab, and it is all Thunder Talk. A double kill in for 1xN, as now it is just Haichao underneath the tier 2 turret. Gonna try to teleport away, but he will get bursted down. Potentially before that, the E from Beishwan will finish the job. Only Weiwei survives as TT are pushing right down mid.
And that may finish the series. Grapes TT have got 5 members still alive and kicking. 30 seconds on Photic, 45 seconds on Haichao. Weiwei has no Lamb's Respite. Zika up in 20. TT going for the end.
2v5. Who's going to find the pick first? Zhuo just trying to clear the wave potentially. A nice cast comes through from Hoya, and that's what I'm Thunder talking about, baby. Upset secured over LNG as they advance to the Demacia Cup semifinals.